everybody. Welcome to another episode of Feel Free, where we talk about anything and everything, or I don't know. Basically, where you can feel free to open your mind, feel the vibe, and chime in. And this is hosted by Liz, which is me.
And Andrea. And today we'll be talking about music, everything that we know, and who do we look up to, and, all of that information.
As you can tell, we've been very giggly. And that is because earlier we were talking about memes and stuff. And my good friend here does not want to continue our meme war. I'm a little sad.
She's a bit dramatic, too.
So I'm gonna... I have my lawyer on speed dial.
You have no lawyer! You have no money for a lawyer!
Okay. I'm trying to bring back this little skit we were doing, but it's okay. We can just move on. Music. Okay. Music.
Who do you look up to?
Well, that was... I just got hit by a truck.
It seemed like you didn't know where to go with this, so I just figured to just throw a question out there.
Oh, well, I was gonna ask, like, where did we begin? Kind of. But I guess I'll start off. Who do I look up to? Who did I begin? Like, where it started?
And how I lead to your burst.
My what? We're never gonna get through this episode with all this googling. Okay, I'm moving on. So, okay, who do I look up to? So, growing up, I think I just fit into that, like, one category of all Latinos and Latinas, Latinx. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But I looked up to Selena.
Oh, really?
Yeah. She was, like, my first idol, basically. Like, growing up, my mom also told me that I would just, everything Selena. And that, that one outfit she wears, that, like, the kind of magenta or purple with sparkles with the pants, the flared pants. I used to have pants like that, too.
Oh, really?
And then I would dance, like
her?
Try to dance, because I was a child, and I don't know how to dance. So, yeah, so that was my first, I would sing her songs all the time, and all of my outfits, like, that I wouldn't really pick them out, but my mom would help me pick them out, we'd go shopping. It would have to be something remotely similar to hers.
Dang.
Yeah, I was a little obsessed.
So you were that fan.
Yeah, I've always been that fan. I fangirl a lot.
I know. So what was the first song that you heard of her that, like, made you fall in love with her?
Oh, that's really hard, because I mean, Como la Flor is obviously, like,
one.
the song, right? Everyone knows that song.
I like Bidi Bum Bum.
Bidi Bum Bum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's got to be, like, the first song probably that I've ever heard. Amor Prohibido, beautiful too. But I think the song that I ended up loving the most, of course, besides Como la Flor, is Dreaming of You.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. I think it's because in the movie she was singing that song. I think, is it right? She was singing that song.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen the movie in a very long time.
She, like, started singing, like, kind of, like, towards the end.
Yeah, close to the end. And then afterwards is when they show all the stuff that happened, all that news. And, so I guess it's just, like, one of my favorite ones.
I really like her, Could Not Stop Loving You.
I should, like, I
Yeah.
could fall.
Yeah,
I cannot sing. With you, baby.
So it was Selena, and then what was the ladder?
All the no, I don't think we should go through the ladder yet. Let's go you first. So who did you begin? Like, who was your first?
My first.
Yeah, or your first touch in music.
Well, the first singer that I was obsessed with was Selena Gomez.
Oh.
She was my first.
The other Selena.
Yeah. I kind of realized it right when before I was about to say her name. I was like, huh, that's kind of funny. But every single song that she would put out, I had to learn every single song that she wrote.
Really?
I had to learn the lyrics. The newest one to the newest to the newest, I had to keep on learning every single lyric. And, I would get it, on the first day. It was just easy to remember her lyrics. And, dude, I have so many posters of her in my room.
What? Yeah. You're that fangirl.
Yeah, I was. Okay. So, it was when, so I had many posters of many people in my room. I had Selena Gomez. I had Miley Cyrus. I had Demi Lovato.
Okay.
I had Taylor Swift. And I also had Justin Bieber.
You were a believer?
Yeah. At one point, I was a very believer.
A dedicated believer.
I would also learn every single of his songs too.
Really?
I would write it down.
Oh.
Write down every song in a notebook and learn.
You learn something new every day. I had no idea you were a believer.
I'm not as much now. I still like his music, but I'm not a Bieber fever.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Anymore.
I can relate to you. I like most of his songs too.
But I think okay. If it's male singers, my biggest one was the Jonas Brothers.
Oh,
Joe Jonas was my first celebrity crush. I had his poster. I had his pillow. I had his backpack.
Oh my goodness.
I had Camp Rock. Yeah. And that in Camp Rock, the first one, when he was singing one of his songs to Michi / Demi Lovato. I was fangirling.
Oh my god, that's Joe Jonas. That's not how I fangirl, by the way.
No, that's
no.
And then I stayed loving Demi Lovato. Yeah. She stuck. While everyone else was just kind of a phase.
Oh.
And Demi, she stuck. I also had to I feel every single fan girling or whatever, I always had to learn every single one of the people's songs with each one, and I'm still doing that with Demi. So yeah, everyone else was just a phase. I still have a soft spot for the Jonas Brothers still. But yeah, Demi Lovato, I love her songs. She's the one that I look up to more.
And she she's your now now
Yeah,
she's like your
she'll
favorite.
always, yeah,
Always.
forever.
Well, I guess I'm not loyal because
I mean, you're loyal. Maybe in like,
now, I guess now, because I think I've met like the ones,
yeah.
well, ones, yeah, I know. We're about to get cringy here. So yeah, after Selena, I mean, she was the one I looked up to in what's that one word?
Style?
No. Oh yeah, I guess. Like in part of like just singing, and I
So
loved her
in
music,
the music industry?
Kind of, I guess. I don't know. Like, just I don't know. I don't know. I just looked up to her,
Mm-hmm.
like her as a person. But music, growing up, like because with my parents, they didn't allow us to listen to any English music
Oh.
because to them they're like it's trash. So up until I think 5th grade is when we were like getting a little bit more daring to turn the radio into non-Spanish music. But before that, like I would listen to the same thing my parents would listen to.
Mm-hmm.
So um like cumbia, banda, maybe not so much corridos, but like some. It was like Huracanes del Norte.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones, my dad would listen to those. What my parents both love is like Temerarios. I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what they're called, Temerarios. I have a playlist in like, my phone. Where is my phone? No, seriously, where's my phone?
Want me to call it?
Wait, I found it. I found it! Just so I can refresh and going back to like their music. Oh yeah, Juan Sebastian.
Oh.
Yes. I mean not Juan, it's Joan.
Uh-huh.
Joan Sebastian. I loved it. Los Tigres del Norte. No sé mi favorito. Grupo Bronco. That's the one that I
Oh.
love. I love their music. But yeah, like that's and like I only recently started listening to Pedro Infante because I didn't really know
Oh,
him that
really?
much. Yeah, but it was like music like that, and I still
Mm-hmm.
listen to that whenever I like. I mean, yeah, I love BTS, of course, yes, you know, but it's not the only thing I listen to. I have a huge range of music choices everywhere.
Yeah, but I feel like BTS, like, you looked up to them, like, in a deeper level, I feel
That's
like.
so true because in music in general, the Spanish music like that is my favorite. Like that's
Mm-hmm.
something that's home to me. That's home because like I think of family and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
My parents. Capaz de la Sierra. That hits. That hits. Um, Tierra Cali. I keep getting these now. Um, but as I was growing up, I started like branching out and listening to other kind of music. Um, and I mean, I was also a huge fan of One Direction. But that I think is because I followed everyone else. Kind of like, oh, these girls like One Direction. I just saw them on iCarly. They seem pretty cool and cute and they do sing good. I like them too. And then I just fell into that little fangirl phase for them. I still do appreciate their music and I love their music too. Like them individually, they're great. But then when it came to like 2012, 2013, I got introduced to K-pop.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really weird at first. Like the first K-pop song I ever heard was of course Gangnam Style.
Oh.
And I heard it on the radio. It was on the English radio. It was like 97.9 or something like that. And I remember listening to it. I was like, this is a bop. I love it, and I'm all dancing to it. But I'm trying to figure out like what language. I heard English words and I heard Spanish words, which what I thought were Spanish or what I thought were English. And that was just I remember just being confused as hell. Like, I'm like, hell yeah, this is good. And I hear a word, I'm like, I know Spanish. And I hear another, I'm like, wait, it's English. And I'm like, maybe it's mixed. I'm like, but nothing makes sense. It didn't make sense to me at all. Then just gradually found out other friends like them, like Korean music, and they introduced me to some of their artists. Like I had a friend who introduced me to like Big Bang, and I actually liked one of their songs, Fantastic Baby, a bop. Love it. Yeah, I liked that, and I liked how they were just different. It really like it made me feel okay to be different, kind of, you know. And then I was like, well, I can't just listen to Big Bang the entire time, and I started like looking up more. I'm like, oh, what's more K-pop? And then this one song came on called Dope, and first guy comes up and he's like in Korean says like first time with BTS, and he's like let me introduce you or something like that's what he said. Um and I was like, wow. I'm like, this guy has a nice voice. Like I just liked the sound of his voice. He was just talking. I was like, okay. And then the camera like pans out and then goes to like this guy, you know, I thought was super cute, wearing like a police outfit or whatever. And he's like, he wasn't like he was sexy or anything like that, you know? And like, plus I was, no, yeah, I was like in high school. um, and I was like, wow, like this guy's really cute. And then he started singing, and I was like, whoa, this is nice. This is like amazing. And then it just continued, like the next member came on, you know, and the next one, the next one, the next one. Finally, there were 7, and they like all started dancing. And then the rappers came out, like I was like, wow, this guy. It was amazing. I loved like the way they danced. It was very simple. Like it wasn't like a big, huge music video. It was very simple, and the choreography was beautiful. They were in sync, and it just all of those just brought me like to get more curious about them. Then I went into looking what their names were, and that's how I fell in the rabbit hole.
A rabbit hole?
Yeah, like it's it's a common thing in the K world, kind of K-pop world thingy, where like don't look up their names because then that's when you're gonna fall. Like that's how you fall basically. And after that, like they came out with their album Wings, and I ended up reading like the lyrics, and I loved it because it had a good message to it, you know.
That's when you fell in love
And
with
that's when
them?
that's when I fell in love, is with their album Wings, which was gifted to me for my birthday too by one of my friends. I still have it, obviously. Why wouldn't I have it? And just now it's a journey. It's so weird that like, because I know with One Direction I was like with them. Like, I wasn't really with them like for those 3 years that they were together. And now with BTS it's been like 5 years, 4 years now.
You've been with them like so many
Yeah.
years.
And everyone, like all of my, like I have other friends that were into K-pop and then slowly like left it, you know, mainly because they found significant others and they're like, I don't need these boys to, you know, keep me company now, whatever. um, and they're like, yeah, Liz, it's just a phase. You're gonna get over it. And then like 4 years pass, and I'm like, no, dude, like it's not a phase. Like specifically for like with BTS, like it's not like it's not just music, but it's also life, and it helps like I learned to try to love myself because of their message and their album Love Myself.
Like you love their music, but at the same time you also love them as like a
Yeah, as
human
human.
being.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I love them as human. Like there's just so much story into it. It's amazing. Like it's crazy. Like I don't know. I'm rambling off again. Damn, you're always listening to me when I talk about them. Like the listeners here are probably like, okay, skip, skip, skip. But yeah, I'm obsessed with BTS probably.
Probably you
Probably.
are.
So
Probably shouldn't even be in part in the sentence. Like you are. um, what's it called? Yeah, like maybe I'm not exactly the same way with Demi, but I do support her in every way. I remember the very first time that I discovered more of her personal story.
Mhm.
Um, you know, like, as her growing up, like, her getting bullied and, like, all of those stuff that she had to go through. I think when I found that out, or when I first heard of it, I was like 12
Mm-hmm.
or 13, and even in those years, I what's it called? Like, I supported her, even though, like, I was so young when I learned about, like, her issues and her personal stuff that she goes through every single day. Like, I was always with her. Like, I never judged her. I never, like, I didn't leave her fandom or whatever you call it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I always, like, supported her, always believed that she'll survive. And like, I love her voice. Like, her voice is like power to me.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I I even like try to do everything I could to like find out things about her, because I want to get to know her more. Because it's kind of hard to like get to know your your role models or whatever, because
Mm-hmm.
like they're celebrities. It's not like you can text them yourselves and like have like a one-on-one conversation or so. So like, I would watch like YouTube video of her,
Mm-hmm.
and like to like find out more about her, that comes from her. Like, I want to hear stuff that comes from her,
Mm-hmm.
instead of like looking up on Google and see what someone can come up about her.
Oh, I see.
Cause like, you know, people can make things up and just assume. So like, if I'm gonna find out something about her, I want to hear from her voice.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I've also branched out too. Like, I like other artists as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tori Kelly, she has a really really nice voice. My cousin Amy, she showed me her music, because she told me that um that I would like some of her music, and I loved every song that she put out.
Mm-hmm.
I have a soft spot when it comes from Miley Cyrus too.
Mm-hmm.
I like her voice, and I like her music as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, the only one that really stuck with now is Demi. I can't really think of any other person that I'm like I followed that journey with as a singer.
Mm. You don't listen to Selena Gomez as much anymore?
No, not as much as I used to. Like, I still love her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's awesome and she's pretty and all of that. But no, I'm not really that.
Now I'm just thinking about ice cream. Ice cream, chillin', chillin'. Ice cream, chillin'.
What's that from?
Okay, no. It's because it's Selena Gomez and Blackpink.
Oh, I see.
You haven't seen it?
Uh-uh.
We're gonna watch it after.
Oh my god, I'm scared.
It's all in English, so you don't have to be like, I don't understand.
No, it's just you gave me that look.
Yeah, it's a good song. I like it. It's very innuendo though.
How do you feel when you listen to music?
I feel amazing.
Mhm.
Music is everywhere for me. Music has been everywhere for me too. Everywhere and anywhere.
I always feel free when I
Yeah.
listen to music. It's like kind of getting out of my reality.
Mhm.
It's kind of like escape for me sometimes.
Yeah.
And, like, listen to music kind of, I don't know why, it just kind of makes me want to, like, get in the car and just drive and go along with the music.
Mm-hmm. I listen to music whenever, like, on my way to work, which is, like, 20 minutes. I listen to music while I shower. I listen to music while in my room cleaning.
I don't know
I
why,
listen to
but
music while cleaning.
when I listen to music, like, when I'm driving, it makes me want to drive even more. Just so I can keep listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know why, but when you're driving and listening to music, it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of music that I listen to also kind of got me to writing songs. Because, like, sometimes, like, it's really hard to find a song that fits in your situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, word for word. So, like, kind of made me want to write my own experiences.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also amazing when you find songs that it is exactly your situation.
Mm-hmm.
Because it makes you feel like you're not alone. Like, this person is also going through this.
Yeah.
And then you look in the comments and, like,
You see other
they're
people
saying the exact same feelings that you're feeling.
Yeah.
And it's like,
amazing.
We're really not alone.
Yeah. I want to be able to do that, write music that can touch many people. And it, like, I don't know, like, to me, I'm kind of tired of those, like, breakup songs or the love songs, I mean, they're good. Don't get me
They
wrong.
can
They're
help.
good. They're nice,
And they do help.
But, or, like, they're fun to, like, bop with, But then there's, like, I want something that will explain, like, why all of a sudden I feel lonely, or happiness I feel with being someone who I'm not sexually attracted to,
Mm-hmm. Like, more of a deeper feel to it.
Yeah. Or, like, just that feeling when you leave the exam room. I mean, nope, not like that.
What?
The feeling when you leave, or, like, the room that you were, like, taking a test in, like, oh, God, like,
that relief?
done. Yeah, the relief feeling, I'm gonna cut out the other
that
part.
exam room?
Yeah, I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting that out.
What? Like, I was with you, and then you said exam room, like, what?
Okay, don't bring it up anymore. It was a mistake. I meant to say it. Like, when we took the ACT, you're done. You leave. You're out of the building. You meet up with your friends, and you feel
relief. You can breathe
You feel
again.
exhausted yet relieved, like some, I don't know where I was going with this, but yeah. Yes. Right. And then write songs about.
You're gonna edit that whole thing. Huh?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it all out. Maybe, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, like, dude, music is so powerful.
It is.
Whether it's music with lyrics or music like an instrumental.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Piano, guitar, violin.
Oh, I was gonna say, like, orchestras and, like
any instrument. Like,
mm-hmm.
any kind of music just grabs you.
Mm-hmm. It's needed. It's a part of life.
It's like your own personal medicine. And, like, it can change your mood. Either, depending what you listen to, it can go from happy to sad, sad to happy, and free and powerful, and it's like a weight that's lifted.
Mm-hmm.
Any kind of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How involved, like, you yourself in music, how were you involved other than like with the idols and stuff?
What do you mean?
Like, how did you get involved with music? Like, did you do music?
I mean, I did choir, in 6th grade, and then freshman year and half of sophomore year. Since this topic is about music, so I may as well just say my experience, I guess. So, like I said, like I've been bullied since I was a kid, and I hadn't had friends at all, really, and I had these like emotions, all these feelings, all these words, just I didn't know how to say out loud, because I never really had anyone that I can trust to go to just vent to them. And so I always kept it to myself, but sometimes it will be so much where like I feel like I'm about to explode.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to find a way to like express it. And singing really, really helped. Like, I would just sing along to like Selena Gomez or Demi Lovato, and like it didn't matter what the song was about. For me, at that time, for me to like feel like the weight to be lifted off my chest, it had to be a song where I had to sing loud, as if everyone in the world could hear me.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't matter what the song was about. It could be like a happy song that had nothing to do with my situation. Like, I had to have that belt. And I would do that every single day after school. And right when I went home, like, it was just me and my sister. My mom and my dad, they were still at work. And or sometimes, like rarely, like I would be home alone. And I would use that time to sing my heart out. And it felt so good because it felt like I could breathe again. It felt like
Mm-hmm.
I was a new person. And it was like my own therapy. And it helped a lot. But like, I still had the words in my head. So I thought of, why not writing it down? And I thought of like writing in like a diary. But no, I kind of want to do something that had to do with singing.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought of lyrics. Like, I didn't know how to rhyme at all. So I just kind of, I wrote it as if I was writing a diary, and I would just sing it. That's how I used to write songs.
Mm-hmm.
Because the whole purpose that I wanted to just put out is just to let it all out. And I did. And I stuck with it. And honestly, that saved my life in a whole bunch.
Mm-hmm.
And music, writing lyrics, that was my best friend right there. And then I started to really work with it. Like, I tried to just like keep singing, keep practicing, because I was 7 when I started singing. And so like, when you're that young, I feel like you have a lot to learn about singing. So, and it was like choir. I did choir when I was in 6th grade, and I loved it. And in freshman year, choir was my favorite class of like the whole year.
Mhm.
And then sophomore year came. Like, I wanted to be a singer since I was 7.
Mhm.
And, like, I went back and forth. Like, at some point, I wanted to be a first grade teacher. At some point, I wanted to be a vet. At some point, I wanted to be a writer.
And I don't know why I thought, but I thought you were gonna say rapper.
No, I cannot rap. I suck at rapping.
Same.
It's like cringe. Like,
Mhm.
no, I can't. But like, at some point, I would always go back to singing, as if like that's my true answer of what I want to be.
Mhm.
But then, I guess like I wanted to be a singer for so long. I guess my points of view kind of started to change.
Mhm.
Like, I didn't want to be a singer as a career anymore. And I don't anymore. Like, I don't want to be a singer, but I'm still writing songs. I'm still singing. Like, there's so many changes that's going to happen in my life. No matter what they are. But one thing I can for sure that will never change is music for me.
Mhm.
Like, I cannot see a point in my life where I will not be singing. Singing, writing songs will always be a big part of my life that won't ever go away. Like, I'll always have it, even if it's not a career.
Mhm. Yeah, we're very different.
Mhm.
We're pretty compatible. We did go through like a few of like the same stages. Obviously me, yeah. Since I was little, I've wanted to be a singer. I still do. I just don't really know. I don't know a clear vision of how I'm gonna do that. I just know I want to do it.
Mhm.
Um, my parents have told me before, even as a baby, like toddler, that are you gonna turn the car?
Yeah.
If it turns on. Ah, yes. Cold air.
Hold up! It takes a while. God, you complain so much, dude.
No, I didn't complain. I just said it's cold air. Stop putting words in my mouth.
Now you know how it feels.
No, I was just mocking you. I'm just kidding. So, like, as a baby, like, toddler, baby, whatever, my mom said that with the little plushies that I'd have, I would line them up.
And pretend it was a crowd?
Yeah, I mean, that's what my mom and pictured it, because I would, like, I don't know, I don't have memory of this, but, like, she said that I would put them all, like, in, like, facing me, like, all around, and then I would just start gibberish, but, like, coming out in some kind of sound. Like, it sounded like I'm yelling, but, like, she said that it was somehow, like, it made sense that it's some kind of singing. And so I'm like, yeah, I could see me doing that because all I ever did was sing everywhere, You
want to know what was my crowd?
What was your crowd?
My bed.
Your bed was the crowd?
Yeah, because I had a bunk bed.
Mhm.
And, this is how I'm remembering it because I was very little. So, like, the bottom bed was, like, very low to the ground. It was, like,
yeah,
this far from the bed to the ground right here.
like 3 inches.
Yeah, basically. And, like, I was 7 when I started singing. And so, I guess with that height, it felt like I was on stage. It felt like, and kind of looked at my bed as if it was the audience. And yeah, I would perform to my bed.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know, that's just what my mom says. I'm not, like, maybe it's true, maybe it's, like, maybe a little sugar-coated, you know? Make it just
you
seem
never know.
But I just know that growing up, there's a lot of moments that I would always want to just sing and be a singer, you know? I'd look up to, like, Selena and everything, and I have cousins, too, they're a band, like, they have their own musics, too. And they're pretty big now, like, both in Mexico and the US. And, yeah. But, like, I have a best friend. The one growing up.
Okay.
The one who lives in Texas, yeah. Shout out to Abby, I love you. But ask her, too. When we'd play and stuff, we'd play a lot of weird stuff. A lot of weird stuff, like making potions, making tamales with mud, making, like, mud pies, and especially playing spice. That was just our main thing.
Wait, you did not eat the mud tamales,
No.
did you? Okay.
No. We weren't stupid. I mean,
you were just gross.
The best I can remember, yeah. You didn't play with mud?
No. No, my mom was strict.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Pretty sure she would have got mad if we did that.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I just run away. But yeah, like, this is just, like, we do weird stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then one of the things is we would pretend to also perform. And we'd have our little, like, duets. We also looked up to Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato. Mm. In fact, we would see each other like that. Like, she's Selena Gomez and I was Demi Lovato. And it was just constantly like that. Like, we'd go and do our weird stuff, and then we'd go and be like, hey, let's sing, you know? We'd just do that on a daily basis. Mm-hmm. I think her mom even has a recording of us trying to sing from a distance, though, because it was like, yeah, I was like, yeah. I think she was, like, trying out her camera or something like that, and then she's like, oh, is that my child with that one weird kid? Yeah, it was weird. Ask anyone. And
ask the whole state.
Yes. So
you were that well known.
Yeah. And going forward, you know, like, I think it was up in 5th grade. Fifth grade, I started choir. And I loved it because it was fun. And I learned a whole new other way to sing. And I loved the feeling of performing, too. It was just amazing. I'd be nervous, but then once I went out there and started singing, it was like I'm flying, you know? I don't know why I keep saying, you know. I think I remember very well. But, like, I had to go in the front of class and teach everyone how to pronounce the right words and how to sing, you know? And it was fun, like, just getting all that attention. I'm an attention seeker, I'm pretty sure.
I know.
And then I went on to 7th grade. And in 7th grade, I had choir and I had drama, too. That's why I started liking the drama, you know? I keep saying, you know, it's so weird. So I liked the class drama. And I kind of liked choir. I liked it. It was fun. I was pretty shy in there, too, because it was a whole new, like, it felt like a new school, you know, new people, new faces and all that. So I was shy again. Just not that shy. But I was somewhat shy. And I thought I was doing pretty well. You know, knowing that I was in choir for 2 years. And I guess my teacher, like, didn't praise me, but she praised, like, the class. And, like, all of you guys are good and all that. And I'm pretty sure that's what elementary teachers are supposed to do anyway. But I felt it. It went to my head. And my heart. So I went into 7th grade. And I was a troublemaker, of course, and I wasn't very nice to the choir teacher, I think.
You were a troublemaker?
Yeah, I've always been a troublemaker. I need to tell you my, like, stories that I do. But I don't know if it was because he didn't like me or I really wasn't good. Because when I came into the end of the 7th grade and I wanted to retake choir, and he had this one thing, I think it was girls ensemble. Mm-hmm. Or something like that. And I remember asking him, I was like, when can I sign up for the auditions for girls ensemble? And I can't remember his exact words, but it was similar to like, well, it's over, like not over, but to sign up for auditions, it's like no more. There's no more
Auditions.
rooms. Yeah, there's no audition is still happening, but there's no more room to audition. And I was like, oh, well, I guess there was a certain amount of people that have to audition. I guess I don't know. And then he's like, and I don't think you are the kind of person that would be in that group. I don't think you'd have that kind of ability to. And that, I just remember that moment, like it just crushed me, you know. To me, it was him saying, you know, I don't really want you in the group because you're not that great of a singer. That's literally what I felt him say, you know. He didn't say it, but it's like what he meant to say is what I felt.
In other words, he kind of said that.
Yeah, and I like right after, like at first it didn't hit me because I was like, oh, okay, well I guess there's no more room, and I'm like, I missed my chance. Better luck next time, or just go do like another place or do something else. But I remember this one girl coming up to me right after I had that conversation, and then she was telling me that he asked her to audition, and that there's no limit to people auditioning or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's when it really hit me. I was like, what? Why? Am I really that bad? Like, was I just sugar-coated in like elementary school? Was I terrible? And then that's when I lost so much hope in singing, and then I just started doing more acting, but I don't think I'm that good anyway. But yeah, I remember 8th grade, I was like, okay, drop music, that's it, that's the lost you'll ever do in music. Now your new thing is you're gonna be an actress. So I 8th grade, I took drama 1 and 2, and yeah, loved it. It was really fun. I did two characters in one play, and I fell on a girl. It was really sad. If anybody has a video about that, let me know, and then we can burn it together. And then, you know, going freshman year, I music just kept coming back to me. I just couldn't let it go. Like, it was just, it's a part of me. So I couldn't, you know, and so I was like, oh, well, I'll just use drama for it. And then I had the drama class, and me and Matthew were one of the only freshmen that were not a pup that ended being in the drama 3 and 4 honors. And I stayed in that class, and I just kept that as my little comfy thing, you know. I'm like, oh, I have talent. I got into this. I'm like, this is better than singing. This is better than singing. But again, music kept calling into me. And I would just do, like, random times I'd hang out with my friends, and we'd just start singing. Mainly just me singing, really. I honestly would just randomly start singing, and we'd start playing something like Song Association or something like that, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember, because I was hanging out in the theater room a lot, or in the auditorium for theater, I remember the choir was having a concert, and they were getting ready for it. And then, I remember one of the girls was telling me, like, oh, the choir teacher likes you. Like, he likes your voice, and, like, you should join choir. And I'm like,
Weiser?
Yeah, Mr. Weiser. He's like, he likes your voice and that you should join choir. And I was like, nah, that's over me. Like, I'm done with that. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm done with choir. And they're like, no, but you should join it. And then coming freshman year, like, we had to choose our new classes and stuff. And for one of my choices, it was like, I had to take drama. And then I had to, like, I wanted to take drama. I had to take theater, tech. And I'm like, I'm going to do this one, I'm going to do this one. And they had, like, choose 2 more options. And I'm like, oh, okay. Third option, I don't know, woods. Last option, choir. And for some reason I chose, I think I chose Bella Voce. Mm-hmm. And that one, like, when you choose it, you're supposed to audition. And I was like, I'm not going to go to the audition because I know I'm not going to get it. And I'm not going to go. Then the next year came in, and I have Bella Voce in my schedule. And I was like, what the hell is this, you know? And I was like, why did I join? And then everyone, like, when I went into the class, and you were in that class too.
Yeah, but it was a mistake, though.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, because I had to go to ladies.
Ladies choir?
Yeah.
Oh.
But my schedule got messed up, though.
Oh. But yeah, like, I went in there, and I felt automatically dominated. Like, everyone else had amazing voices, and and like I, felt a little jealous.
Rachel?
Yeah, Rachel was.
In
Yeah,
there?
yeah, she was in there. Hallie was in there. Oh my god, I love Hallie's voice, but it's beautiful. She's beautiful. Like I think she's a first soprano, and I'm like, oh my god, beautiful.
Dang.
Yeah. And I just didn't feel like I fit in because it was like, for 2 years I didn't do choir. 3 years. 2 years, no, 2 years. Yeah, it was 2 years I didn't do choir. And I just felt like I didn't fit in. But then later I ended up finding out that Mr. Weiser wanted me in that class. And that I think this is basically what it is, that he chose me to be in that class. And even though I didn't audition, he's heard me previously, like, at that time. And he's like, yeah, just put her in. Like, I want her in here. I think, and all the other girls were telling me about it too. They're like, yeah, like, wow, you didn't audition? I'm like, no, I never auditioned. I don't even know why I'm here. And they're like, no, like, yeah, like, you're an amazing singer. And I'm like, I just can't take compliments like that. It's so hard to believe it sometimes. It's just, even though it happened back in 8th grade, it still hits me sometimes. And sometimes I'm just like, I'm probably not even that good. But now I'm just like, all I need is practice, and then I'll get where I want to. But then I still have that feeling where I suck. It's so dumb. But yeah, I did choir for like that long. I enjoyed singing once again after a while, and performing too. My favorite performance, definitely I think it was the fall performance when we had to come in with candles and we started singing. And
that performance was pretty.
Yeah, I love performing. That's just like amazing. It's so much fun. Also, in the play that I was in 8th grade where I fell on the girl, right before I fell on the girl, I keep bringing it up. Someone's gonna look it up. I actually ended up singing to her, the queen, and just I thought in the moment, like, once again, here I am performing and singing. And so yeah, but I just couldn't shake that off my head. I got so nervous because I was like, maybe I'm not even that good. And so yeah, I sang her the lullaby in the Rapunzel tone. The flower gleam and glow, So so technically a copyrighted. But yeah, just it's everywhere. I have to sing. It's a must. And now I must force myself to dance. That's something. Actually, yeah, no, that's something I've always loved to do too, is dancing. I totally suck at it though, but I love it.
Dance.
I love it. It's a fun feeling, just having like.
The closest thing I can do dancing is Just Dance on the Wii.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's it.
Do you? Okay. We have discussed everything that we wanted to talk about in this episode of Feel Free. So, feel free to drop a like, a comment, share to your friends and family, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, and tell us what your favorite artist, singer, what type of music you guys like to listen to.
Are you involved in music?
Share your stories along with music and how it makes you feel, and any experience that you've had that stuck with you. Follow us on our Feel Free account on Instagram. I'll feel free to. It'll be down in the description. Drop a like, a comment, share with everybody that you know.
And yeah.
Yep.
Okay, everybody take care. Bye-bye.